Hello, everybody. It is Thursday, the 6th of June. I want to talk about the Hermetic principle of cause and effect. Now, the Hermetic principles are actually laws that the Hermetics have seen through the observance of outside of themselves nature and inside of themselves. And then again, cause and effect. If you say, as within, so without, then you've also seen cause and effect. And again, it was a study, and it is science. It is based on observation. So, on facts that they saw in this world. And that is science. It's not woo-woo. And if they have seen as within, so without, then they must have looked within and looked within with honesty. Not what they would like to see, but what is actually there and what affects that causes. Anyway, I want to talk about this because again, I just watched a video. I keep getting triggered. And in that video, the person said, what if the currency in this world were our feelings? No, it's not what if, they are. They are the currency. They are the true currency of this world. Our thoughts, our emotions, the feelings that come from the heart, that is the true currency in this world. And then she said, what if, if people were giving and then they felt the gratitude of others? Folks, to an extent, we are feeling the effect that we have on others. I mean, it is empathy. The greater your empathy, the more you would feel it. So, to an extent, we're already doing it. So if we then were to work on our empathy to really be in the currency of feeling, which would lead to a greater understanding of ourselves and of others, because there are things you would receive, you would be more aware of that, that is not something that is for you. It makes you feel bad. So you should not receive that. So But then the next thing the person said was, well, if people were to truly feel the gratitude of others, surely then they would become like addicted to giving. And no, too far, you missed the point. Well, it's actually good. Too far out. And that is, if we become addicted, we shouldn't become addicted to anything. If we become addicted to something, we go wrong. I mean, that is, addiction is something, you get addicted to something that in the first instance you think is good, it feels good. And it might be good in small doses. But once you become addicted to it, you just get more and more and more of the same thing. Most likely doing away with everything else, but being focused on just that. Oh, it's so good. And then it becomes destructive. Again, that is something you can know from observation of what is going on around you, and you most likely have, again, experienced it yourself. And that is actually, again, natural occurrences, natural law. That is how it naturally works in this world. And we know that, within and without. So no, we shouldn't become addicted to just one thing. That is, potassium is really good for you, and so you only live on bananas. I think we all heard that story and know how that ended. So, but here goes, and that is that they work on the Hermetic principles. They understand that. They understand the true currency in this world. And they're working with it. Yeah? Now, as I said, it is natural law. We are saying that this world is becoming increasingly or artificial. Yeah? And we're looking at the machines. And we're looking at the food. Yes, that is an expression of unnatural. But, artificial, sorry. But, yeah, in the first instance, artificial means unnatural. Yeah, you don't have to go that far out. Again, the focus has been pointed toward the machines, toward the food. But it is actually the entire law, the natural law, the natural flow of currency that has been distorted through a knowledge of it. They found a way around it. See, that is the thing, they have the knowledge of the laws, but only to find a way around it so that they can be free to do whatever they want to do without suffering the effects. That's what they're doing. So, I mean, the principle of cause and effect says every cause has its effect, every effect has its cause. Everything happens according to law. Chance is but a name of law not recognized. There are many planes of causation, but nothing escapes the law. I hope they're right about the last bit, because right now it would look like they're getting away with it. You know, they have found a way. So, okay, and here is what they're actually doing. I mean, obviously you can see it in the material, the flow of the currency. Obviously it all goes to them. But let's say the flow of the feeling currency, the true currency in this world, the natural currency of this world. Yeah? Those that serve, the ones that wants to have dominion, yeah, the top of the pyramid, they are actually receiving. Yeah, they give and they receive, and they don't only receive like the material. I don't think they only receive the material, but there is a feeling of they're being elevated. They receive adoration of others, like Trudeau being paraded as the greatest son on stage. Then yeah, he received more than just money, but a feeling, yeah, of being there. So yes, they receive as well. I'm not sure if they're receiving love, but they definitely receive feelings. And the other thing is, although they are within that little group, doing for each other and doing for the top of the pyramid, which will then send their currency down, they are obviously creating a lot of evil for everybody else. Yeah? So there should be a lot, and there is a lot of bad currency going toward them. A lot of bad feeling. Now, from the material effects, they are obviously shielded from that. I will save you. Nothing bad will happen to you. No, it doesn't. They completely do awful things in one position, and then they all of a sudden disappear without any effect on them for what they have done. And then they reappear somewhere else to do the same thing all over again in a different position. So no, in the material currency, in the material world, they are shielded, most certainly are. Then how about in the real currency, in the world of feeling, of that energy? Well, a lot of it is deflected from them by us fighting each other or fighting ourselves. Yeah? So our bad energy is either being pointed toward ourselves, we're beating ourselves up, especially Christians, you're very good at that. Not to point the finger of blame, but where it should be, but you're putting the sins of the world upon yourself and beating yourself soggy, or you're pointing your finger towards others. Yeah? Those that are not part of our group, and you're beating up on them. So that, we all do that. The whole world does that. The currency of our anger, which is justified. That's righteous anger. It is justified, but it's not pointing in the right direction. Our energies go here, there, and everywhere, where we are being pointed, not where it should truly go. So that's one thing. That's one way they're shielding themselves from that. The other way is, and it's really that stupid hand signal that they're doing, the warding off of the evil eye. And that actually works. Now, it is not this. That doesn't do anything. It's just you holding your hands. Yeah? But it is an aid to let something happen inside of you. What's actually working is inside of them, not that. They're using it as an aid to make the other thing happen. And that is they detach. Their empathy goes, everything within, close off, don't let it in. That's what they're doing. They're becoming oysters at that moment, completely detached from, again, the currency of feeling that is coming toward them, and they're closing themselves off. And that is why I said before, our compassion may well not work with them, because they will not let it in. We're bouncing ourselves off a brick wall if we're trying that with them. Yeah, so all compassion, it's going to work everything. No, it's not. It's going to be completely useless against most of them. So then they're in this world, but not of this world. They are not in the currency of this world, but they have created a little island. They're kind of bunkered in their own world, above the currency of this world. And that means they are not affected. That is why the capstone of the pyramid is detached from the bottom. Yeah, and they regulate what comes in and what goes out. But it is out of the knowledge of what is actually going on here. They fully understand, and they're working it to their advantage, which is not why the knowledge was given. Yeah, it is not to serve the few and for the few to rule over, but the knowledge is given to serve all, to serve life. I am the way, the truth, and life. The life. I am life. Yeah? Serves them, but it doesn't serve the rest of us, and that is what is wrong. But I said, all those, they are actually working the natural principles and not according to the overriding natural law, which is it should serve all. That is the overriding, the first law. Yeah? It should create balance, harmony. You should know cause and effect so that you can create harmony. Not so that you can get away with doing whatever you want to do, because you found a way around it. But that's what they are doing. And again, we have come, in many ways, humanity has come into agreement with that is the natural order of things. Again, we were taught that is the natural order. And if you're going against it, you're going against the natural order. And you're going against the will of God. Well, yeah. That, the few ruling over the many, and the many are plebs and they know nothing, and, they just are there to do and die. That is the natural order of things. And that's been preached to us through religion. That's, what did the gods bring to this world? Religion and kingship. The rulership of the kings and the priests. And that has become something that we have accepted as natural order. And it is not. That is not the natural order of this world. And therefore what they're doing is artificial. And that's why we are feeling we are living in an artificial reality. As I said, don't go so far out when you say the word artificial. Don't concentrate on the manifestations of it, which is machinery and all of that. But just the very first meaning of the word artificial is unnatural. And then go from there. And it is the laws. It is the law that they have bent. They understood it, and they are willfully, with intent, doing it in a different way to benefit themselves. So, as I said, I hope that the last line of the principle of cause and effect, nothing escapes the law. I do hope that is true. Because right now, it would look like it is not happening, that they're not escaping the law. That doesn't seem to be happening. But again, it is not happening because we are not within the law. We are not according to the law. We are actually upholding their artificial construct by working in it according to it ourselves. We must get out of it. We must see the truth. The true flow of currency, first of all, in this world, which is not money, it is feeling. It is feelings, it is mental. That is what works reality. So get into the true currency and then spend your money wisely. What should it actually create? Life, abundance, balance. Yeah? And then, no, do not give to just one thing, because it does give back to you. Yes, in addiction, you do get the hits over and over and over again, yeah. But if it's only one thing, in the end, it will kill you. So be diverse in the way that you spend your currency, that it builds a web, a diverse web, in which everything gives and receives. Various things, diverse things, because life, the sustaining of life, you need diversity. Your body is diverse, its needs are diverse. Do not become one of them, only on one energy, only receiving of one energy. They have become angelic. Yeah? And as a human being, it will kill them. And I don't know what their spirit will be after life, if that is how they have created themselves. If that's what they have made themselves into. Yeah? Is it then in the end, as it was below, so it will be above? And do you want to be that? for all eternity. It's a long time to be a one-eyed idiot servant. Anyway, here I leave it at that for today, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.